Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Excuse me! Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Back here on Katz and Cosby, and boy, oh boy, is there a lot of spin attached to Minneapolis. And who better than our favorite Joe Concha to talk about it all. Of course, you can listen to him every night on 77 WABC at 9 p.m. And Joe, I mean, the rhetoric, it's like two different worlds, and it's dangerous.
Oh, yeah, you see Larry Krasner in Philadelphia, for example, guys, I'm not sure if you saw this clip. He gets in front of a microphone to a crowd and says that we will hunt down ICE agents like Nazis. Like, literally said, hunt down. What do you mean by that? You mean like hunt like with a gun? Does that mean you're going to start shooting at ICE agents or attacking them?
Wow.
This is this type of stuff, guys. This is the district attorney of one of the largest cities in the country saying this stuff. And then obviously from Walls calling them a Gestapo and
Frank,
Mayor Jacob
right?
Frey saying, yeah, get the F out of Minneapolis. Eventually one of these agents is going to be killed, and it's going to be done by a protester we learn is not a protester, but somebody who is highly coordinated with other people on the ground through signal chats, and obviously a lot of dark left money behind this as well. This is not organic wine moms in Minneapolis that are running these protests anymore. They're not protests, they're agitators, and the whole goal is to up the body count on either side. Doesn't matter, because chaos is a ladder, and that's how Democrats see themselves winning, especially with the economy booming the way it is under Trump right now.
Did you see, Joe, you brought up sort of the signal chat. I mean, this is amazing. It's the lieutenant governor who is there in Minnesota, right underneath Tim Walz, who is the administrator for the signal chat that just came out, and it shows like go to this corner, and it was the corner where the incident happened. And so all these people swarm here. Oh, action about to happen. I mean, it's incredible to see that. They are actively participating. And the big question I want to know, we've talked about, I'm looking at Judge Weinberg and Fernando and Craig and John. Why is this administration, I mean, I know they're looking into it, but I hope they crack down soon, because how can you have a lieutenant governor saying, show up here, make their life difficult, go here,
Why
go
is
there.
that aiding and abetting?
Yes, exactly.
That is aiding and abetting, and that's an And by the way, Joe, to your point, this is not a First Amendment protected speech demonstration. This is an insurrection against law enforcement from federal authorities, which control under the supremacy clause of our Constitution.
Wow, 3 words you used there, Judge, that nail this. Aiding, abetting, insurrection against federal authorities. Again, trying to enforce the law in arresting murderers, rapists, child traffickers, sex traffickers, and this is who Democrats, I guess, are trying to protect. And then we even see that Alex Prey, the man who was shot on Saturday after he approached federal officers with not only just a 9mm semi-automatic, but why did he need not 1 but 2 rounds of ammunition also on him? Not a lot of elk in Minneapolis these days, so that's out. You don't shoot him with a 9mm anyway. Turns out that he was at a protest just last week, got into a physical confrontation with ICE officers and Border Patrol, and ended up with a broken rib. So this is not a peaceful guy just wandering the streets trying to save democracy. This is somebody who obviously paid and bought for by somebody, or else he wouldn't be in the face of all these ICE agents. And if you engage law enforcement, I don't care who you are, and you're armed, you don't tell them you're armed, this is going to be the result. It's tragic, but that's the way it's going to go.
Yeah, it is so dangerous. Fernando.
This whole thing started with the $9 billion fraud that the Somalis did in Minnesota. And it spread like to Omar, the congresswoman there. And after all that was laid out, then all these protests started. That's when, all these agitators, and I've got to give a shout out to this kid. His name is Nate Friedman. He's out there interviewing all of these protesters, and he has exposed them, and he has taught all of us that these people are not protesting for a cause. They're protesting to get paid. They're protesting because that's their job. And, you know, that is not right. You don't protest for money. You protest for a cause.
And you don't obstruct law enforcement.
Totally.
Getting back to, I mean, that's what makes this so dangerous.
These are federal agents.
Operation.
Yeah, you don't get in their face, and you don't have a loaded gun. I mean, you know, Joe, you know, it's interesting. You and Fernando and the judges were talking with Keith Ellison. You got the attorney general, like you said, who a lot of questions about that Minnesota fraud case. His name has come up over and over again. He actually was coming out today. He did an interview, and he came out and he essentially said, we're really going to get to the bottom of this about what's going on with ICE agents. Yep. He had more vitriol about ICE agents than about the $9 billion. Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't make it up, Joe.
Of course, because he is culpable in that fraud, most likely, right? I mean, when you hear Ellison saying, we're going to get to the bottom of this, I don't care what he's investigating, it's like hearing OJ saying he's going to find the real killers. Like, you don't have a lot of confidence at this point, but I call on John Katzimatidis, an executive order. Let's no longer call them protesters on WABC.
Rioters.
They are professional and paid agitators.
Rioters.
Yes, and they're being paid by certain individuals that foreign governments, they're conduits for foreign governments.
And they're all American citizens. They're not immigrants that are protesting.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't even know what they're
the immigrants don't know what's going on.
Mark Levin yells at us, what do we all stand for?
Truth,
justice, and the American way.
It's the perfect time to replace that beast in your basement, your old inefficient boiler, with a highly efficient Peerless boiler. Peerless boilers, they're a perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get the heat and hot water you need efficiently and save big on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boilers family of products, and to find a local installer near you, visit peerlessboilers.com. And remember, my guy Pete Morgan, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, peerlessboilers.com.